On this week's episode, the Royal Navy has dumb thumbs, a sailboat goes really, really fast, and yacht crew do a charter, and everybody's happy except the yacht crew because they never got paid. And I'm Doug. Welcome this week to Yacht Industry News. I'm Captain Douglas Meyer, and this is
Chelsea Carter. And
we're going to jump right into it. First, before we do that, I want to point out a couple of really cool people. First of all, Elite Marine AC. I'm going into a refit. Did you know that?
Are you?
I'm moving the boat in tomorrow, and they're redoing our AC. These guys are pretty much top-notch. They've been working on the boat for a while. Elite Marine AC. I would check them out. And guess what? So a lot of my crew, while we are in the yard, are going to MPT.
Perfect time to do it.
I was just over at MPT the other day, and they've really got this dialed in. We're going to do some more stuff in the simulator.
Yes, I'm waiting.
I've filmed in the simulator, so that's really cool. MPT is really your one-stop. I mean, it's one school, but unlimited possibilities. So let's get into it. What do we got? You know what? Give me something electrifying.
Oh, well, since we're going to go electrifying, let's talk about the new all-electric Riva. I am a huge fan of Riva. They just premiered the first all-electric model at Boot Dusseldorf, which, in case you guys didn't know, is the German boat show. And supposedly this thing has some pretty sweet technology on it. It's running at 150 kilowatts. It has about the same acceleration curve as a combustion engine. And it can run for 10 hours. On economy mode, what that means, I'm not sure. I'd assume a nice cruise.
What's economy mode?
I don't know.
9 knots?
Listen,
I'm a huge fan of Rivas, so I really want this to work. But you know, we'll see. Hey, you guys want to see? You want to see a video? A real quick video. This is a yacht coming into the marina. No big deal.
Right. Normal.
Normal. And then it hits a boat.
Oh, you don't say.
And then we're gonna. Okay, wait. Let's go back to the video. It hits the boat again.
This was really cringy to watch.
So
really
listen, we don't know what happened. It could be control failure. I don't know. But that brings me to my my next bit of yacht industry news. You ready?
Was it more boats crashing?
well, first, talking about boats and control, I'm bringing the brand new Hargrave off the ship mid-February.
Ooh,
I'm going to film that. Yeah, I'm taking her off the ship. She's finished. It's a brand new boat. It's really awesome.
Nice.
Hargrave will build just about anything you want. I mean, they'll even paint it pink if you want.
Will they do the golden jacuzzi that I asked for?
Yes, they will.
Perfect.
And Marine Data Solutions is completely in charge of the whole electronics package and the internet and everything like that.
What is it Marine Data does?
They do the blender.
They have the blender. Everything you need.
Listen, you could have 99 problems on board, but the internet's not going to be one of them. So, I mean, you guys check those videos out in the future. I always bring the new boats off for Hargrave, and that's going to be fun. Sometimes it's not. But talking about new boats or old boats with problems, so the Royal Navy, the HMS Chiddingford conveniently crashed into the HMS Bangor in Bahrain.
I'm glad I didn't have to read that one.
Okay. All right. And as you can see from the video, it's hitting the boat. Now, just now, today, they made an announcement from reliable sources that, I quote, where is it? A wiring error was somebody wired the controls backwards. So when the Chiddingford went forward, it was actually going reverse, and it went reverse, it was actually going forward.
What screws me up about this video is, like, he doesn't seem like he's moving that quickly, and it's like the whole crew running back. Like, did you not see that you were backing into this boat? Maybe.
I think he was probably looking down at the controls, figuring what's going on. I would probably get confused too. These are two boats that have banged into other boats, and it's control failure. I'll leave you with this. Every time I come into a harbor, every time I come in near to a dock, I will go neutral, I will go reverse, I will go forward. That's what a captain has to do, because I have 4 controls on my boat, and just because I move from one side to the other doesn't mean the other side's going to work. I bring the boat in, I go to the control station that I'm going to use to dock, and then I do a test, forward, reverse, forward, blip the bow thruster back and forth. You have to do this every time, and these videos are the reason why you do. Okay, next.
I always have so many questions when I see this.
Something on the auction block?
Oh, yes, actually there is. There is a 30-meter Hatteras called Tiebreaker. That is
30 meters. I'm not metric. I think that's like 100 feet. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, we should all know by now how many feet are in meters, please.
I don't.
However, yes, $2.3 million, and it is represented by Mr. Carroll from Fraser Yachts, but it is an auction, so we'll see how they do with that.
Wonder why boats are going up for auction.
I don't know. Actually, that's a good question.
I need it gone yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, hey, hopefully it works out. Maybe they'll get a great deal.
You got some news on sailboats?
I do. Since I love sailboats so much, I like when they go extra fast.
Take a look at this.
The America's Cup schedule has been released. It's going to be in Barcelona on August 22nd. So for those of you who enjoy racing sailboats, keep your eyes peeled. It's time.
They are going really fast.
Maybe I need to go for a ride. Who's got a racing sailboat that you will take me on?
By the way, that's for the Louis Vuitton Cup. That's where they begin. It's going to go all the way into January as the Elimination Series continues. I think that's it. Oh, listen, last thing for Yacht Industry News. The Red Ensign Group has announced that they have updated the yacht code for 2024. What's the yacht code? That is the red flag over 24 meters, whether you charter or not, whether you carry passengers or carry less than 12 passengers. You have to follow this. It's construction, it's crew management, it's crew, everything. Guess what? They didn't tell us what they changed. But it'll come out in July, so you're going to have to wait.
Surprise!
I saw it. It's 234 pages, typical British. And frankly, I'm not going to read every page to see what they changed. Hopefully, it's for the better for you guys.
Release the spark notes.
Okay, we are moving into
Crew Corner.
Crew Corner. And to Crew Corner, we are going to talk about charter management companies. So let's go. Okay, here we go. Crew Corner this week. As we know, Crew Corner is brought to you by AMSOIL. AMSOIL, Dave is the regional AMSOIL guy down in Fort Lauderdale. It's fake oil. It's synthetic oil, but this is a real show. Fake oil pays for a real show. Anyway, Dave will do oil analysis. He'll bring pails and pails of synthetic oil. You'll save a ton of money. His phone number's right there. Give him a call. So what are we talking about this week in Crew Corner?
This week in Crew Corner, we are talking about charter management companies. The good, the bad, and the evil.
So, as crew, why do you care? All right, there's an issue on Facebook right now, and I'll go into that at the end. But basically, there's a big difference between some guy in his house running a charter company versus someone like Fraser, Nicholson, Dennison, Hargrave, Camper Nick. What are the differences? Well, what I'm going to talk to you in a minute is about crew not getting paid. A professional charter company, when they bring a charter in, they put the money in escrow, okay? Then they release money for the charter, okay? Then halfway through the charter, you get half. First day you get half, and at the end, after everybody's happy, the money comes out of escrow and it goes to the boat owner, okay? They don't send it to the crew. The boat owner then takes care of the crew. That's the national progression. If you're involved in a situation where some guy working a company out of his house, all right, he's like, yeah, I'm a charter broker, okay, and he gets all the money and it sits in his bank account. You're asking for trouble as crew because you might not get paid. Now, why? I'm going to give you an example. Big blow up on Facebook on Yacht Crew, Fort Lauderdale Yacht Crew, where crew did not get paid after a charter. The captain, who also claims to be the manager of the boat, and I'm not going to name names, states the owner did not send the money. But the captain is running a management company. It's very confusing. And then apparently hired the crew, and he actually paid paid the expenses out of his own company. And apparently the owner was sending him money. Do you see how convoluted this is? Now, what happened at the end of the charter, nobody got paid. But the captain got paid. He said that his company was owed that money. Personally, I think that's a mistake. If it was me, I'd make sure those people got paid first before I paid myself. Secondly, I would not get involved with that as a captain because you have assumed the liability for paying everybody. If you're like, I'm going to take care of you, I hired you. There's a whole other thing about bill padding and all that. But as crew, this is what you need to know. That's a long drawn out story. I don't know how that's going to end. When you work on a charter boat, make sure you work on a legitimate charter boat. Make sure that the funds are in escrow, especially tips, because that's what you really care about, are in escrow. So when you return from the trip, it gets dispersed correctly. If someone is running this operation out of his house, say a captain or some hokey management company, he could get sued by the IRS and all the funds get frozen because it's not in escrow, and then you're out of luck. So it's not super important, but I think when you get on a charter operation, you should ask, well, who's representing you? And it should be a big house. What do you think?
I'll keep it simple with my response on this one because I do have some insight.
Let's start again. You don't have to say that. You're wasting time.
Fine.
Okay, Chelsea, got anything to add?
Quick answer, I do. Regardless of the legalities of everything, that tip money is from the client to the crew, and that is who it's meant to go to. Why can't I talk? No.
Can I put that on, Georgia? Okay, Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea. You want to add anything to that?
The only thing I really have to say about this right now is the fact that gratuity is gratuity. That is from the client to the crew member, and that's where it needs to go.
Should it go in the owner's pocket?
No.
Should it go in the captain's pocket?
And it shouldn't have gone in the captain's pocket either. That is illegal and extremely wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Is that stealing?
Yes. Yes.
You hear that, gang? They have no legal right to that money. It wasn't even for them. So if that money ended up anywhere else, you go chase them. Right?
Yep.
High five. You did it.
There we go.
I'm Doug.
I'm Chelsea.
And that's Bottom Line. We'll see you guys next week at the Coast Guard Recruiting Office. Bye.